As always, don't forget to check the video description down below for the best price on tools and parts I use in today's video. Today, we got this 2012 Nissan Rogue, and I'm going to be showing you how to replace the front pads and the rotors. I am not replacing these rotors because they measured out to be fine. I will show you what you need to do if you do need to replace them. Let's check it out. Alright, first, you're going to want to lift the vehicle, and I went right here, right in the middle. You got this nice solid... There's a solid frame piece sitting right up under here. Just feel it. Make sure you're hitting it and not something that's not solid. Always use jack stands, just like I do, apparently. Not really. But you put a jack stand right here. You can set it. That's like your little lift spot where you got those little notches. So again, put your jack stand there, just in case it falls. You don't want it to fall on the ground or worse on you. Now, we got this wheel. Got 21mm lug nuts. You're gonna have probably a wheel lock, which can be found in your glove box, middle console, maybe with your spare tire stuff if you haven't seen it in a while. And what we're gonna do, take the wheel off, and then we're gonna be looking at our brake rotor, caliper, and our pads are sitting right in there. So we have a 14mm and another 14mm, and we're gonna take those off. Once we take them off, you're gonna take your hand, pull towards you. I just did that and I could feel it come my way a little bit. That compresses the piston a little bit, and then we'll take them off. Alright, so we are going to, first you're gonna wanna break it loose. I got my 14mm wrench right here, and I'm just gonna hit it. You can see, now it's broke loose. Now, I'm gonna take my Milwaukee 3/8 with a 14. I'm just gonna buzz these off real quick. That was out. Now, just take them out. And now, again, you're just gonna pull towards you. That'll compress the piston a little bit. And you should be able to just take this guy off to the side. We're gonna set him right up here. Then we'll take our old pads, and I've got a phone call, decline. We're gonna take our old pads and we're going to set them in there. So yeah, we can see no pad, and we're gonna set it right up in there. Just take them out like that. If it's really hard, you can take like a flat head screwdriver and just kind of stick it between here and there, and then just pry it out. So I'm gonna stick these up there. I'm gonna take my handy dandy C-clamp, this guy right here, and then we're just gonna come over here and we're gonna get behind the caliper, and I think you can get behind that bolt. You can kind of set it right there on the bolt, and then we're going to tighten up the C-clamp. We're gonna spin it righty-tighty, and that is gonna take our piston. It's gonna slowly start to go back until it's flush, and then once we have our new pads on, we'll be able to set this caliper over top of those new pads. If you don't do that, it's not gonna fit on there because your piston's gonna still be sticking out. Also, one other thing I run into sometimes is while you're doing this, you can see on the other side, I stuck a box over there. Sometimes brake fluid will come out, and that's because if you added brake fluid between brake changes, it'll bring the fluid level up, and it's not supposed to be up. And while you're compressing this piston back, it will spit that fluid back out onto the floor. So just keep that in mind. If you know you've done that, expect to have some brake fluid hit the floor. So I'm gonna compress this back, and we'll see the new pads going on. Okay, and now you can see we got that piston compressed back all the way so it's flush. And next thing we're gonna do is, you can see I've got a new brake pad bracket up in there. All you do to change that, if your brake pads comes with one, is you can just kind of pull up, kind of get them out of the way, get your new one. Got a new one sitting right over here, and we're gonna set this right down into here and just pop it, snap it in, like that. And then on the other side, it'll snap right in there. And then we're gonna measure these rotors to see if they do need to be replaced. And the minimum thickness on these is gonna be 24mm. So just go ahead and turn your little tool on. Let's see, like that. And we're gonna see that it is 25.7. So there's plenty left on this one. If it measured out to like 24.2, you may want to go ahead and replace them, or you definitely can't turn them when they're that small. But anyways, that's just kind of how you check them with a set of calipers. Again, you can check the video description down below for one of these. And then we're gonna put our pads. Oh, and if you are replacing that, there's I believe it's a 17mm right there, and just beyond the thing down there, you see that other 17mm down there. So take those 2 bolts off. This bracket will come right off. This rotor will slide right out. If it's not coming out easy, you can take like a big 4-pound hammer, bang, bang, and I think, nope, this one's still kind of stuck on there. But that would allow you to just kind of slide this off, slide the new one back on, put your bracket back on. Also, these slide pins, they're gonna be kind of like this one. You can see that rubber piece is still surrounding the slide pin. So you'll pull with one hand, take 2 fingers and hold the little rubber dust cover and pop it out, and it'll look like that. You can pull your slide pin out, take your brake grease, go ahead, I'm doing this all one-handed, so I'm just trying to show you. So you're gonna take like that, and then you're just gonna rub the grease. You're gonna rub it on the actual end of the slide pin, so that way when you push it in, it will, you know, lube everything up in there. So anyways, once you got that done, now we'll put our pads on, put our caliper back on, and we'll see what's going on then. Okay guys, and to put your pads back on, 2 little quick tips here. This one, sometimes your it's like a little silence pad, plate, I mean, and sometimes they fall right off. What you can do is you can take these little tabs, just kind of bend the tab in just a little bit, and what that'll do is help it to grab on better. So now I'll just kind of line them up there and snap them on, and now he's not falling off. Also, we're gonna take note of where the wear indicator is. So the new ones come just like this, but they give you a little wear indicator, and it's sitting right there. So how that works is we'd come to this side, and you can see it's like a little area that will bite, and you'll just go right in there and just click and snap. This will snap in. It literally takes like 5 seconds, and that's what it looks like once it's snapped in. Looks like the old one. And that, of course, will be our back pad. So go ahead, get in here. And you don't really need brake grease when you use the new brake pad bracket things there, your caliper brackets, the double bracket. But this will slide in. Sorry if you don't have a good view. Just like that. That's in, and then our other one will just go right in here. And nope, you don't want to keep your glove in there. Inspect for stuff. Looks good. Alright, so now that's gonna go on. Now we'll take our caliper, just kind of set them like that, and then push your little slide pins and push your caliper over it, and then go ahead and start those caliper bolts once you got it lined up. These slide pins, it matters how it is oriented. Like you can see here, it's not really gonna work, but when you spin it, see what I'm talking about? Now it'll actually fit up in there. So just keep that in mind, and now I'll start those bolts. Alright, now just gonna take my Milwaukee ratchet. I got my bolts started. Just gonna snap them back on there, and then I'm just gonna snug them. And you can really just use the ratchet too. So just, that's it. Just a little snug. And then we're gonna come here. Same thing. And then that's it, snug it. You don't want to break it off in there. And that is looking good. Let's see, slide's good. And basically from here, you got everything tight. If you change your rotor, make sure those 2 back bolts are tight also. Boom, you can probably see it right there. Yep. And put your wheel on. Go ahead and tighten your lug nuts down. You can go in a crisscross pattern. Make sure you snug it down with a breaker bar afterwards. Also, very important, before you test drive the car, make sure you depress your brake pedal all the way down, because it's going to go all the way to the floor, because those pistons got to come back out. If you don't do that, whatever is in front of you or behind you when you're trying to pull out and you're trying to hit the brakes, you will hit it, because you're not going to stop. So make sure you do that. Also, the test drive for the car. To marry the pads to the new or old rotors, you're gonna do about 10 stops from about 40 miles an hour to 0 miles per hour really quickly, and your brakes may smoke or smell on that first test drive. That's just, maybe a little grease or just a little bit of fading or whatever. It goes away, but that's just kind of the process of marrying the new pads to the older new rotors. So that is it. That completes our project for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.